So I have created a course because the feedback that I've received is, there's no roadmap. We don't know what professionals to talk to. We don't know how to identify these symptoms. And it's one thing when you can hear me on a podcast or watch an interview that I've done on the news or something like that, but it's another to actually have me for 90 minutes, 60 minutes to lay out everything that I would provide on a presentation or a talk that I do. I travel around the country and do these talks to help raise awareness. And so it's a way for parents to have the information, listen to it. They'll be able to learn about all kinds of different symptoms. We look at some cases that have taken place in different sports. A lot of people think, well, it's football or it's American football. Some people think soccer, which is, I know, also football. But there are so many other sports, and I don't want parents to have a false sense of security where they're thinking, well, I just won't have my child play soccer, or I won't have my child play American football, so they'll play baseball. There are cases of CTE in baseball. I'll have them box. There are definitely cases in boxing. I'll have them play hockey. Absolutely cases in hockey. And so sports aren't going anywhere. And I always like to give the disclaimer that my goal is not to tell people not to play sports. I love sports. I'm a lifelong sports fan, but I do want them to have the right to know the information. So I encourage parents and athletes themselves to really look into the different kinds of sports, see what kinds of history they have with concussion or CTE. Look at those different positions that you may want to play, which one has a higher prevalence of brain injury or CTE. And then I encourage parents to really talk to the coaches, because the coaches are, again, a vital part of sports. And so if the coaches don't value the brain and pulling children, if their eyes look wonky, if they're off balance, or are they encouraging them to push through and not listen to their bodies? I would ask about coaches being trained. What kinds of certifications do you have? What kind of trainings have you gone to? And even with that, be careful, because people can say, well, I've been trained, but what kind of training? Because I've spoken to parents who say they've been trained on concussion before their child played and it was offered by the team, but training was a 5-minute YouTube video and a sheet of paper that they signed saying that they were aware of the risk.